Morning, morning. Get in there, bud. Rise and shine. So we're getting a good early start this morning. We've got a few things to do this morning before 10:30. We got to be back here at the house by 10:30 for a conference call, Zoom call. Pretty exciting stuff going on out in Olancha with our property. We have a call with the leaseholder. I'm not going to get too deep into it. I like to let these things come to fruition before I start talking a whole lot about stuff. I found that helpful, and I think me being as superstitious as I am, I don't know, I just feel like it works. But we got lots of other stuff to talk about. Had a whole lot of people reach out on all those implements, probably like 10 or 15. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up selling several pieces over the weekend. There's a bunch of people really interested. So I'm sure out of those 10 people, I'll sell a couple things. We're gonna head back out to the ranch actually and move a few more things around with the excavator, stuff like that. And then I've got a meeting with our paving guy on a job that we looked at yesterday, and it could be a really nice job for a mobile home park. It's about 250,000 square feet of paving total, but they're not going to do the whole thing. They want to do a fix and repair type scenario. So there will be a certain amount of square footage. We kind of roughly figured somewhere in the 75 to 100,000 square foot range, which is still quite a lot. And I'm excited to get the paving guy over. We had a good call yesterday. He's actually, I've never worked with him, but he sounds like a really good guy, and he was referred to me by our accountant, which pretty much anybody that Jeff, our accountant, refers to us, you can bet that they're solid. So not really worried about him being able to perform. I just kind of worried about how much he's going to charge. Hopefully there's enough meat on the bone where we can throw a little on top of what he's doing. Plus we're going to do some curb and gutter and a handicap ramp for the dog park over there. So we'll be performing the concrete portion of it, and we're going to get our paving guy over this morning, and he'll look at all the repairs for the paving. So that should be interesting. Not sure if Pete's out at Valley Strong today, but if he is, we'll try and stop by there and see kind of the finished product on the framing that the boys did. It took them about 3 days from start to finish, clean up and everything. So we did good on that. 2 guys, 3 days. They kicked butt on it. It was Owen and Jake. So they did. I'm really happy with what they did. Owen's actually loading his trailer with a bunch of stuff, and he's going to Mammoth. He's Mammoth bound today. It's Thursday. He's gonna get up there, do some fabrication on some meter protectors that have to be installed on Monday, and we're gonna head up to Mammoth on Sunday. So we was gonna go up sooner, but Lori can't come up till sometime next week, so I decided to go ahead and stay the weekend here with her, and just so we could be together for the weekend. And then I'll shoot up on Sunday. She'll probably be up Wednesday. We're gonna be having some family up for 4th of July, so that should be a fun time. Got the e-bikes all charged up, ready to go. Looking forward to it. And I will clean the windshield right now. Bud found a bone. Found another bone. Well, we're back out. Got a little bit of time to kill. Sold 721 here. Thinking about, it's got a transmission problem. It hasn't been fired up in a long time, at least several months. It's got brand new battery. Engine sounds really good on it. It's got that Cummins in it. Got a nice little lope to it. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on with the transmission. It'll intermittently go into gear and you can drive it around and run it. It doesn't slip or anything like that, but then it'll just shift into neutral and you can't get it out of neutral. And then if you mess around with it for a while, keep messing with it, it'll go back into gear, and then you can do a little more with it. So I gotta believe it's something electronic on the transmission. It's causing an intermittent shifting problem with it, but I haven't figured it out just yet, and I don't have the mental aptitude to figure it out, so I have to have a mechanic come out, and then who knows where it goes from there. But I thought, I mean, it's a little rough on the outside. Pins are good, tires are bald, so I might just sell it. Or if I can somehow fix that transmission for cheap, it sure would be nice to have a big loader out here at the ranch that we could use. So that's always in the back of my mind. Same thing with the big excavator. Even though I don't use it very often, having this and this out here, I mean, there's not a whole lot that you can't do. Now this sounds good, runs good, it's got a radio in it. Fires right up. But it fires right up, but it's got that transmission deal, so I don't know. Maybe somebody out there, one of you guys might know, have some ideas for me. Turn off the master switch, keep that battery alive. So my plan, I don't know what my plan is, but I need to move a few more things. I wanted to dig out, I'm gonna dig out this stuff here for Owen. He's bringing the skid steer out here, so I'm gonna take that set of forks up to the Mammoth, and this 3-point device here. I kind of want to put it on the disc and just have it on that. It's got the pump on it too, I think for you know, running like an auger or a post hole digger or something like that. It's got a little, hook the drive line right up to that motor, and then you can control it with the button inside. Pretty windy out today. This old truck here, I've got it listed for $2,800. I can't believe somebody hasn't come up and bought this thing. I had a lot of people call on it. Lots of calls. We've got here, this is Brent's old truck. A 7.3 diesel. Needs a little work on the engine, but it's got this really nice bed. I love this bed. So I might sink a little bit of money into that diesel and get the engine running on it. it's definitely an option. Those 7.3s are known for just running forever, you know. And this is absolute junk. This is stupid stuff that I think I give 500 for all 3 of those things, and they've sat. So I had a couple guys wanting to get this dump trailer. It's a cool dump trailer for a tractor because it has hydraulics on it. So you just hook them right up to the back of your tractor, and you got yourself a little dump trailer for your tractor. The old Clark forklift was we bought that when we were doing a lot of masonry walls. So we wanted to have a way to move that block around. And boy, that wind, sorry about the wind, guys. And it needs a head gasket. It's getting a little blow by. Runs fine. I think it got hot. It didn't warp anything. The head's not warped or anything like that. It runs. It's not running weird. But the top needs to be pulled off and put a gasket in it. And so I got a whole bunch of those too. These are handy for barricades, stuff like that. You can barricade stuff up on construction jobs, things like that. And they're not, you can't just move them with anything. A skid steer, I think, will barely move one of those. And I mean barely. They're right at the max of what a skid steer will do. These old golf carts, they're actually working golf carts. They need batteries. They're rough. And I think 500 for the pair. Somebody get those out of my hair. I got the charger for them too. Yeah, it's right there. The old 36 volt style. And I had put brand new batteries in them at one time, but that's what they look like now. So it's definitely a battery. I put a brand new battery. I had the seat redone. And when we were doing the hotel projects, both of these were super handy to, because we were doing 2 hotels. They were on the same street. They were right across the street from each other, and they were pretty big sites. So we were able to, I had one, and one of my project managers had one, and we ran the heck out of these things for a couple years. And then that was it. We didn't really have a use for them. We got the Ranger now, so like nobody want to be driving this when you got a brand new Ranger to drive. This old Ferguson, I've shown this one before. So I gave $1,500 for this thing, and the dumb reason I bought it was sentimental, because this is the same tractor that my grandpa had when I was a kid. This is what I learned. This is what I learned to, first thing I ever learned to operate was one of these. It wasn't this one in particular, but it was one just like it. That thing runs fine. It doesn't have very good brakes, but the loader works on it, and it's got good tires. And I just thought, for out here at the ranch, you know, even that little, you know, the little dump trailer thing, or pulling around a little trailer, a little something, it was handy to have. You definitely don't want to, you're going to be careful out here on these hillsides, because the brakes are not very good. The tow truck, it's got a working roll-off, but the tow truck runs and drives fine. Again, it's not roadworthy for something that you're going to want to be towing cars all over the country with. So we had thought about pulling the bed and putting it on the fire truck and doing this and doing that. Like I said, you know, there's a million ideas, but it's possibly time just to let go of a lot of this stuff. This is only half of what I have. The rest is over here. We'll go look at that. Owen's on his way out with the skid steer, picking it up from the job. We're done with it. So I wanted to get this out of the way. And he's gonna put the forks on. And we'll move some of this stuff. We're gonna get those forks out and whatnot. Yeah. See, I need 2 hands, so unfortunately. All right, we're gonna wait. I don't know when he's gonna be here. We got to go look at the paving job shortly, so I don't know if I'll get to catch him out here or not. So that wind is odd to me, blowing out of the southeast like that. Doesn't happen very often, and it was doing the same thing yesterday. So I don't know if that's helping us for the temperatures or not. It's blowing in a hot front or a cold front. It's not very hot today. It's pretty nice. Several people want the Land Honor power rake. I'd like to actually probably keep one of those. I thought we would use this rototiller thing here a lot more, but we only used it a couple times. If we had the Land Honor and the rototiller, I mean, we could do some damage with that. It's definitely no good for the rocks up in Mammoth. It's great for out here. And I'd like to try one of these. I saw some videos of them working on YouTube, and you know, when you're grading out a pad and then you want to get to your fine portion of it, you can just run this over the top, and it just kind of, it knocks down the all the little humps and everything, and it's fairly, you know, level because it's got the wheels. You put the wheels actually go around in the front, so they just have them like that for shipping. But the wheels actually flip around and come out towards the front, and you can kind of set those where you want them. You can use, it's got some adjustments up or down right there. So it looks like you got 2 settings there, probably like deep and then not so deep. These flail mowers, they're brand new. We got another one back there too. 4 of them. Only need 1. Don't need 4. This is going to Mammoth, and these forks. Brand new set of forks, never been used. Land Honor. Let's see how those hold up for us. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill some time. I think we'll walk down to the Dozer. I need to get that ready to ship anyway, so let's walk down there, see if it'll fire up. And if it does, I'll drive it around the track and bring it over to where I keep the disc. We'll unhook from the disc and we'll bring the Dozer up here to the top. So hopefully it will fire up. It's been, like I said, about 3 months. Most of this stuff's, this time of year we don't get out here very often. Last time I was out here was definitely over a month ago, other than yesterday. And I didn't even know that fire had gotten so close, because the maps that they show you, it looked like it was over there. So the river's way over there. You can see the green. That green, that's the river. And the map actually was showing the fire back over here, but if you look, the fire was way off the river. But somehow a little portion of it got up into here. So I do not know how that happened, and it's kind of scary. Perfect time for Sadie and Bud to be out here. We gotta watch out for snakes though. But it's not too hot, and they're snooping around. Definitely gotta watch out for the old snaky snakes. I think what I'll do is, if it does start, I'm not gonna go all the way around the track. I'm gonna make my way down through there, and then I can come up right here. I think it's right there, and then I'll come back over the top. That's what we'll do. It'll take me a half an hour to drive all the way around the track. This is what I like to do for fun, guys. Mess around out here. sell stuff here and there. If I could just do that. I mean, I've tried. I'm still trying. I've always wanted to just make a living out of buying and selling things. And I'm pretty good at it, but I don't know how guys actually make a full-on living. You just got to get into buying bigger things, and, you know, more money. It all takes a pocket full of cash. And when you got a construction company, you're basically, you turn a lot of cash. I know that much. I mean, our payroll's anywhere from 20 to 30,000 every single week. And it just seems like we're always chasing the rainbow to build up that extra money. And it just never seemed to get there. I think every time I do get a little extra money, I end up buying something like a piece of property like this, or doing something like that, which I know later on in life, it'll be worth it. And that's what I keep telling myself. Because I think, you know, we do own around 1,100 acres of grazing land total. It's, I guess, a ranch is not necessarily grazing land, but that's 600 of it. This all is, and some of the other stuff we have is all grazing land. Can't afford the farmland. The farmland's $15,000 an acre. But I can definitely get the grazing land, and you know what? They're not making any more land. So I feel like eventually it'll pay off, you know, maybe 10, 15 years down the road. The stuff will be worth a lot more than what I got in it, and sell that off as time allows, and we'll see. I don't know if we can have the juice for it. Huh? Wow. Okay. Hey, you see the spider webs everywhere. The thing's been sitting for a long time right here. I parked it right here back in early spring, or mid-spring, I guess. After we rode a couple of times, did our little dirt bike adventures. This is a really nice setup right here. If you want to, for the track, obviously it's great, but also for cutting fire breaks and stuff like that. Which I saw that they did that fire break over there. I might actually do some of my own up over here along. Cool thing about the Dozer is I can actually go right along that fence line on the other side and make a pass up and another pass back down, and that'll give me a little bit of protection from anything coming that way. The good thing is it all burned up, so there's no fuel for the fire there anymore. But something's been maybe sleeping under the Dozer. I see something under there. Looks like we got a little leak on the hydraulic line. Oh, that's a ratchet strap. And that would be right there. Okay, well, I better pull that in. So we'll pull around here, get the disc off. Take this thing up to the top. Probably have a good service done on it. Have the mechanic come out, change all the fluids, check that leak on the rear cylinder, spend a little money on it, get it ready to go, and then we'll ship it up there to the Nevada job. Really glad the thing fired right up. The batteries are still good. Okay. Pull the old pin. Oh. Now that's about ready to break. Can't really get that to pull out. Okay, I got this unhooked. It's pretty dry, but you can see it definitely makes a nice groomed surface with that roller behind it. And a lot of the bigger chunks actually are breaking up, so just a little bit of moisture, not too much, and if I ran it multiple passes, the track would be all like perfect. But that'll have to be for another time. So yeah, that's kind of where I was talking about the fire break. Even if I don't follow the fence line, even if I just went straight up over the top, and that's gonna give me some separation. So we may end up doing that, but for now I'm gonna get it back up here to the top, and I will get a service done on it. And maybe before we ship out, I'll come back and hook up to this deal and do that. But like you can see, the fire already came all the way to right there, and they started a line right down through here, and then it looks like they cut across and went up over there. And that dozer was here. I didn't see it out here yesterday, but it was, because I noticed my gate. I was like, who shut this gate? And then I saw the tracks. You can kind of see him here, but he drove right up out, and he had to have done that yesterday after I left. We got to get all the bird crap off this thing, and hey, they've just made a mockery of my pipe. I wonder what's down inside the pipe itself. AC works good. That's all you can ask for right now. Okay. And birds made a mess of it. All that. We tried to make this, to adjust this, but some kind of aftermarket, whatever they did here. That looks like it's about ready to come off. I'm gonna have to fix that and take a little bit of the aggressive. The blade is just set just a little bit aggressive on it, and it really, sometimes you got to be real good. I mean, I've had one heck of a time operating it because when it wants to bite, boy, I'll tell you, it'll bite and it'll just drive you right into the ground. So you gotta be really on your toes and kind of in tune with the way everything feels when you're running it, so that you don't overdo it with your blade. I don't know if I ever shared this. So I gave a couple $100 for it. I think it's cool. This is yard art right here for sure. And it's an old fire extinguisher, very old. Might have came in handy out here if it was actually working, but so this is something I would put kind of like right here by my entrance. Eventually I'm going to put a big gate right here, and I'm going to run the fencing around the perimeter here back to those gates, and you know, fully fence this area in to keep the cows out, and just have a little an area that's kind of separate from the ranch, because the cows like to get in here and they want to rub all over everything, and they sometimes they break stuff, sometimes they hurt themselves. Of course, we don't have any cows out here right now. They must have moved them out right at the beginning of summer. We had about 40 head over here, and they would come over and they'd get on our spot all the time. I didn't mind. Matter of fact, I told the guy, you run 50 head out here if you want. We don't have any cows right now. I don't mind it because it keeps the grass down, you know. All right, well, I think I've rambled on enough on this video. I don't know where we're at timeline wise, but probably gonna go ahead and head back in. Owen's not showing up just yet. I'm sure as I start driving out that he'll be driving in, and then I'll have to turn around and come back, but that's fine. I got to be at that other place at 9:30 anyways, so if he's going to be out here too late, I'm not going to be able to help him. He's just going to have to figure it out on his own. Go ahead. You need some water, huh? I'll get you some water. Yeah, she heard that. She said, water? Give me some water. Go, get in there. Get the air conditioner on for you. Okay.